Phil Snow, defensive coordinator, Baylor.
Where are your eyes supposed to be? Thank you. Here we go.
My first question after looking at Phil Snow's resume, why hasn't this man been a finalist before? Included in his 36 years of coaching is orchestrating impressive turnarounds at UCLA, Temple, and Arizona State. Year 3 at Baylor has been magical for Phil Snow. They made big jumps in every major statistical category. They went from being ranked 8th in scoring defense in the Big 12 last season to 1st this year. And at yards per play, Snow's Bears went from 10th last season to number 1 in the Big 12. And his Bear defense is a big play defense. They are 3rd in the country in interceptions, 8th in fumble recoveries, and 9th in sacks. Looking at the big picture, Phil Snow has completely transformed the Baylor defense, making it a top 25 defense nationally. Today, the Broyles Award Committee says better late than never. Please welcome Broyles Award finalist, Baylor defensive coordinator, Phil Snow.
Thank you. And by the way, I'm the 163. All right. You saw my poster out there. I can't believe I look like that now. I used to look like these guys up here, but not anymore. Over the 43 years I've coached, I've moved 8 major moves. And you cannot do that without a terrific lady behind you. So I'd like to introduce my wife, Deborah. And where are you, Deborah? Right there. And sitting next to her is my son, Philip, my oldest son. And this has been a fantastic year for our family. So my youngest boy is in Detroit. I wanted him to come, but his wife is 6 days away from having our first grandson. So I can't be happier and really excited about that. You know, I watched Coach Broyles coach. And he would be really proud of a story I'm going to tell you about Baylor. I think he would be really proud of this football team. So Coach Rule came to Baylor in 2017. He had a chance to take the Oregon job or the Baylor job. And he chose Baylor. Matt Rule is the head coach, and his dad was a minister. And they spent a lot of time in New York City helping people. And so he felt that it was his, they needed Matt Rule to come to Baylor and turn around what you guys have all read about the problems at Baylor that they had 3 years ago. So we chose to come to Baylor over the Oregon thing. And by the way, I had a lot of coaches call me and say, "Are you guys nuts? What are you doing?" So here's what we did. We went in there and 41 players left between Broyles and us. Now think of that. You only have 85 scholarships. 41 players left. All right? And so we ended up playing our first year 20 freshmen. And in the old school ball coaches used to tell me, for every freshman you play, you lose a game. Well, we lost almost all of them. Yeah, we accomplished that. So, but the following year, we came back and went 7-6 and won a bowl game a year ago. And then this year, we ended up 11-1 in the regular season and really came a play away from being in the Final Four. We're the only FBS team in the history of college football that have gone from 1-11 to 11-1. Okay? Just think about that in all those years that we played college football. So as a coaching staff, I'm more proud of our team. Not the wins and not the losses, but for what they've come through. And I want to thank the seniors from 2017 when we were 1-11. I want to thank the seniors when we were 7-6. And I want to thank the seniors this year because they stayed with us. 41 of them left. They chose to stay. And this senior group this year, I'll never miss a group more than this group. And I don't think anybody on our coaching staff, for what they've gone through and what they've been called and how they've been treated on campus, if you know the history of what happened at Baylor. And they've come a long ways. And, we're more interested in the development of people than we are winning football games. And I think that's what Coach Broyles was. He was a teacher, all right? And a teacher molds and guides. And you find out how good a job you did with a young man 20 years later. Okay, after they're done playing, and you look at them after 20 years and what they're doing. That's when you judge what type of coaching job you've done. And I think Coach Broyles would be really proud of this Baylor team of 2019. And I want to thank the Broyles family. I want to thank David and everybody involved. This has been a terrific, I've been on the list 6 times, but they would never invite me to this. So this has been a lot of fun. And these guys up here, the other 4 are terrific young coaches, and they're going to win a lot of football games and probably all be head coaches. And so my hat's off to them, and thank you very much. Go Bears.